Good morning, South Africa. We've got all the latest news stories and headlines in South Africa you really need to know on Tuesday, January 4, 2022. Now let's take a good look at the top 5 stories that have made headlines for today. Live updates: Parliament fire, blaze not contained as the wind picks up. The Parliament fire, which broke out on Sunday, January 2nd, was thought to be under control as of Monday morning at approximately 8 o'clock. 2025, Parliament spokesperson Maloto Mothapo said firefighters are still battling the blaze. Parliament shared drone footage, captured by the Cape Town Metro EMS, of the flare-up earlier on Monday. 1900 hours, the presiding officers of Parliament issued a statement on the distressing flare-up of flames on the roof of the National Assembly. The almost 2-day brave and courageous battle by firefighters against the flames that gutted various buildings of Parliament suffered a setback when flames suddenly flared up from the roof of the building this afternoon. Firefighters at the scene have been reinforced following the sudden re-emergence of the raging fire. According to Parliament, the resurgence of the fire follows earlier information from firefighters about the risky high temperature levels at the gutted buildings. Petrol price goes down on Wednesday this week. You read correctly. Petrol price is dropping. While there is all this terrible news going on around Mzansi, and whilst your bank account is looking scary after Christmas, these news on fuel costs should be rather sweet. The news was announced by the Central Energy Fund, CEF, on Monday. It said that the retail price of petrol, 93, will be cut by 71 cents a litre, while 95 will decrease by 68 c. The wholesale price of diesel will be lowered by 67.8 cents a litre, whilst the price of illuminating paraffin will decrease by 71 cents a litre. Though these are fabulous news, there is still a need to wonder why the petrol price has dropped now. According to the statement, the rand went down against the US dollar from rand 15.40 to rand 15.92 per USD. Crocodile attack: woman killed while doing laundry in river, only her head was found. A 25-year-old Limpopo woman is believed to have been killed by a crocodile while doing laundry at a river near the Nandoni Dam just outside Thohoyandou. According to SABC News, Chitombeni village community members conducted a search for the deceased when she did not return home on New Year's Day, January 1, 2022. Philip Manlai, the Collins Chobane Municipality Ward Councillor, told the public broadcaster that only the head of the deceased was found. He added that water scarcity forces the villagers to put themselves in harm's way when they turn to the crocodile-infested Nandoni Dam for water. Bloemfontein Airport evacuated over bomb scare. The Bram Fischer Airport in Bloemfontein, Free State, played host to some high drama on Monday after a 28-year-old male tried to board a domestic flight with a hand grenade in his luggage. The incident forced officials to evacuate the terminal earlier this afternoon. It's understood that the suspect, rather nonchalantly, checked his baggage in as normal before X-ray scanners detected the dangerous weapon. Clearly visible on their monitors, security staff summoned the police, who immediately detained the perpetrator. Passengers and workers at Bram Fischer Airport were ushered out of the terminal for about half an hour before operations were allowed to resume. Bomb disposal staff deemed that there was no immediate threat to anyone once the suspect had been detained. 2-week-old baby found dead on side of highway, tied up and bruised. The police in the northwest are investigating a case of murder after a dead infant was found lying near the N12 outside Klerksdorp. The 2-week-old baby's hands were tied and his body was bruised. South African Police Service, SAPS, spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Amanda Fanoni said the 13-day-old baby boy was found alongside the N12 highway near Stilfontein outside Klerksdorp on Saturday, January 1st, after a motorist reported the sighting. The infant, whose hands and legs were tied with a plastic bag, was found wearing a grey trouser with a white vest and covered with a cloth, said Fanoni. According to the police report, preliminary investigations found that the 2-week-old baby had bruises on the body. The police spokesperson said no arrests have been as of Monday, January 3rd, and the murder investigation continues. This is Leah, for the South African.